Hi, my name is SRO Covington. I am an officer for the City of Overland Park. I've been an officer for 16 years. I am the school resource officer at Shawnee Mission North. So just wanted to tell you a little bit about myself and a little bit about the job. So I have spent most of my career in schools. I spent about 5 years teaching DARE at the elementary level, and then I spent about 7 years as a school resource officer in both middle school and high school. So I do enjoy working in the schools. So if you have any further questions after this video, feel free to give me a call here with the City of Overland Park, or once school gets back in session, you can reach out to me at Shawnee Mission North. I'd be happy to answer any questions. So something to consider when you enter this field is, I would say, report writing. That's a big thing. If you don't like writing, don't like reading, you might want to brush up on that, because we do write a lot of police reports. I would say that's probably the second thing we do, other than talking with people and problem solving. Writing reports is a big deal. So I tell kids, just like you all have teachers that go over your papers, we have sergeants. So we, have somebody critiquing our work. So you have to be able to apply the critique and turn out a better product. So that's something I like to tell students. The challenging part about this field is, I would say, the schedule changes. We can go from working a day shift to a midnight shift, all in a week's day. So it just depends on what happens with the city. So I remember when I first started, there was an airplane crash that happened in our city, and my training officer had to work because we had to secure the perimeter. So that happens kind of, you just never know when it's going to happen. Not something you can always plan for. So something to think about. Not a big deal when you don't have a family and kids, but the longer you stay an officer, life starts taking over, and it becomes challenging. So something to think about. The most challenging part of work is, I would say, the schedule. But I love how it's something different every day. You just never know what's going to happen, especially in a high school setting. So that keeps it exciting. And then you just develop skills as you go along, whether it be talking with people, your drug recognition skills, your traffic skills, all the skills you build upon. Every call for service you've been on helps you deal with that situation in the future. So there's a lot of on-the-job training with being an officer. While we do go through about a semester in the academy, even after that, there's a probationary period where you're placed with a field training officer. So you get exposed to different styles and different ways that officers do things. So I would say, if you do want to be an officer, soak in all that information from every officer, because you can take a little piece from this officer, take a little piece from that officer, and take a little piece from another officer, and then you get to be the kind of officer that you want to be, and that that makes your supervisors happy. So let's see, things you can do right after high school would be to just have a good, solid work history, because they will go through your history with a fine-tooth comb. So remember your bosses, remember who you worked for, and the date ranges, because when I became an officer, they went all the way back to every job I ever had. They looked at every place I ever lived. They talked to my neighbors. So keep track of life events. If you happen to move apartments, 3 apartments in a year, you need to keep track of all that stuff. So it will make your life easier when you go to fill out that application for whatever agency you go to. So that's definitely something you want to keep track of. If you are in high school and you're interested, we do have something called the Overland Park Explorers. We're kind of taking a COVID break right now, but feel free to ask your SRO about it. We should probably be starting it up next September, or whenever this COVID business is behind us. So, and you learn a lot in there. And besides learning a lot, you network with a lot of Overland Park officers. We do have an Overland Park sergeant who started as an explorer. So he was able to learn and get promoted, and he's at one of our detective sergeants right now. So anyways, if you have any questions, you can reach me at the Overland Park Police Department. Thank you.